Assalamu alaikum fellows. I'm gonna show you my secret recipe for the chai that I drink. It's like a mix between doodh patti and masala chai. I'm gonna show you the spice mixture first. There's some spices that go into it. I have cardamom, elaichi. I'm gonna open it, put it in here. Open. This one doesn't have that many seeds actually. Put it in here, and I'm gonna put some cinnamon in there. So 2 elaichis, so 2 cardamom pods per cup of tea. This is about almost 1 tablespoon cinnamon. Not tablespoon, I would say probably 1.5. 1 teaspoon actually. This is Allspice. We're gonna put half a teaspoon of this. I'm just gonna eyeball it. Strong stuff, so you don't need that much. And believe it or not, you're gonna put black peppercorn. Put it in here, and I'm just gonna crush it. Make a mixture out of it. Man, it smells amazing. That seems about right. Everything is nicely and mixed. And something else I'm going to put in there is ginger, like fresh ginger. I'm not going to crush this because because it has water in it, I don't want it to become like messy and mushy. Plus I don't want the ginger smell to get on my mortar and pestle. So I'll add that in and I'll show you guys the next steps. So I have the pot here. It's not on. I'm gonna add water. I'm gonna use bottled water because Texas tap water has like its own flavor. It's not bad, it's just, I don't want that to mess with the flavor of the chai. I'm not gonna add that much, maybe this is for 1 cup, so maybe like 1/4 cup water. And then I'm gonna turn it on high. Like this much. High real quickly. So it boils, not boils, but it comes to comes like a half boil quickly. Take my mixture. My hands are clean, don't judge me. Put in the mixture. Make sure everything's in there. Right there. And then I'm gonna put the tea, of course. And this is hard to do with one hand. 1 second. Okay, so I'm gonna put 1.5 teaspoon of tea, loose leaf. If you have tea bags, I guess you can use like, 2 tea bags would be good, I guess, for this. So tea in there. Gotta mix it up. Make sure everything gets mixed. And I'm going to show you. I'm going to wait till it comes to a boil. Should be pretty quickly because there's not that much water. Alright, put the tea away. Get some extra light going. 1 second, where's the light? Here we go. Got a weird shadow. Alright, we're going to observe the tea. Do 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 do. guys see there's movement in the water? I don't know if you can hear that. So now it's boiling. So once it starts boiling, we're gonna pop it down to about this much. Medium, low, lowish. Stir it once more. Alright, we're gonna keep it there. So we're gonna let it simmer. It's simmering. Now we're gonna let it simmer for like 2 minutes. So all the tea and all the mixture gets nicely emulsified. And then we'll go through the next steps. 1 minute into the simmer, I'm gonna add the ginger. I don't want it to burn. It gets too strong then, too gingery if you let it like boil with ginger. Alright, so that's gonna simmer for about 1.5 minutes more, and we'll come back. And we're back. So I lied. It's more. I didn't really wait 2 minutes. I never really counted, but I did count for this video. So it's more like 3 to 4 minutes. Make sure the mixture all dissolves quickly. Well, not dissolves, but gets mixed properly. And next you're gonna add the milk. It has to be the Horizon organic whole milk, and it has to be in a gallon. Otherwise, just throw it down the toilet because it won't work. You're gonna add. Actually, it'll be easier if I just add into a cup first, so you don't overfill and it goes to waste. By the way, just kidding about the milk, obviously, but you definitely need whole milk for this. Cannot happen with 2%, and for God's sake, do not even try with skim milk. Maybe Richard will, but only he will allowed to do it. So I'll fill the mug up with about 3/4 full, because the rest of it will be water, right? A little bit more. It will evaporate too, so we're gonna add this. There we go. Perfect. See the beautiful color right there? Beautiful. Beautiful. Basically, this is gonna cook. You're gonna leave it now. I'm gonna turn it a little bit up to medium, and this is gonna cook for. I honestly let it cook for 10 minutes. Keep an eye on it, because sometimes, depending on your temperature of the stove, it might rise a little bit. It might overflow depending on the size of your pot. Keep an eye on it. 10 minutes tops, and should be good to go. One interesting point, we're about 6-7 minutes in. This might happen in the middle, somewhere down the line. Don't freak out. It's just, it's getting jazbati. Just let it chill. You'll see it's not really coming any higher. Unless you have the temperature higher, it will go over the top, but this is totally fine. Okay, so about 1 minute before you actually take the chai off the heat, I like to add the sugar. So currently I have a sore throat, so I'm gonna add some honey. Depends on how much you like, but I'm gonna add about a tablespoon worth. And on top of that, I'm gonna add some sugar, because there's no doodh patti without sugar. I'm gonna add 2 teaspoons. No, 1.5 teaspoons. If you don't put sugar, might as well not make it, because sugar kind of makes the whole drink. Just stir. That should be good. And then we're gonna let this marinate for about an hour, and then not an hour. The whole thing will be dried up. About 1 minute. Look at that beautiful, beautiful bubbles. And then we're gonna take it off. Alrighty, I have turned the heat off, and my strainer is ready. Just gotta pour it in. Be careful. Okay. I'll need 2 hands to lift the thing. Alright, well, you get the point. Pour it, grab some Parle-G, and enjoy.